How's it going, beautiful people? Welcome back to another video. In the last episode, I pulled the engine out. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out after this video. The link is going to be over here, down in the description, and probably going to be in the outro as well. I think I did a pretty good job editing the video because I tried to sync all of the actions and the music together. It was pretty fun. It took me a long time to edit it, but it turned out pretty good. Check it out. You might like it. But anyways, now the engine is out. I want to repaint the engine bay, to be honest. It's not gonna be anything crazy, you know, still gonna be white. I tried my best to clean it up last time around when I pulled the engine, but it looks dirty no matter how much I clean it. I think it's just too old. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of dark outside. The sun is setting right now, but you know, you can see all of the stubborn stuff. Like you can't even scrape it off with your fingernail. So yeah, I think a makeover is definitely long overdue. Yeah, I don't even know what is this. Like some sort of gunk. I didn't try to scrape it off last time. I just tried to use the pressure washer. Didn't really do much work. And the rack is dirty again. The subframe's dirty again. Obviously because I didn't know how to drive and I went off track so many times. So since I've helped so many people to repaint their cars, and I've actually painted that car from blue to a different shade of blue, completely using rattle cans. I don't even think it was a different shade. It was just really, really close. But anyways, since I've done it before, repainting the engine bay should be really easy for me, and I think it should be really useful for a lot of you guys. You know, if you want to do some DIY at home, or you know, just give a car a makeover while the engine is out, or while the engine is in. I don't know. You can try to do it. Don't guarantee the result. Anyways, let's get it. Alright, so here are the things that you need. They look like a lot, but trust me, they're cheap. Alright, to begin with, get yourself a brush of some sort to, you know, scrub up all of the debris, the dirty stuff off your engine bay. You can use any brush that you want. This is just very generic brush. You can even use your toilet brush. Actually, take that back. Please don't. But you can for sure use a toothbrush. And then get yourself some scuff pad or a scotch pad, whatever you want to call it. This one is actually for dishes. This one is a more industrial version of this. And then we have our sandpapers. This one is a 600 grit, this one is 400 grit. I'm not going to use either one of them because we don't have any flat surface in the engine bay. Maybe I'll use the 400 grit just, you know, with my hand. But while we're at it, I want to talk a little bit about the sandpapers. So typically for a finer paint, a thinner paint, you want to use a higher grit of sandpaper when you're sanding it down, or when you're just scuffing it down, right? For what we're going to do, scotch pad is totally enough. But if you want to paint the outside of your body, depending on the paint that you want to use, I don't know too much about it. I'm not a painter, but since I'm also going to use this enamel paint on the outside of the car, I'm going to use the 400 grit sandpaper or even lower. The lowest you can use, I think, safely is 320. That's because enamel paint is thicker than your other fancy stage 3, 4, 5, 6 paint. Since they're thicker, they need deeper cuts to grab into the paint. So with that being said, 400 grit is kind of high. I would recommend you to use 320 to 380 grit sandpaper for enamel paint. And we have our tack cloth, our masking tape, and then we have the masking film. You can use these for anything you want. You can mask up the car, mask up the garage, cover up whatever you want to cover. Hell, even yourself, or your mom if she wants to watch. And then we have the masking paper, then the primer. So we are gonna cut off a lot of tabs or studs off of the engine bay. So this one's gonna cover up all of the exposed metal. Also, you make sure you sand the primer down once you apply it, obviously after it's dry. And then the paint. So I chose the Rust-Oleum just automotive enamel paint. So I was debating between this one and the Duplicolor Perfect Match. But after doing some research online, I found out that this one has a, well, averagely higher review rating than the Duplicolor. So that's why I'm getting this. Also, good thing about this one is it comes out as a fan. I'm not sure about the Duplicolor one, but this comes out as a fan, so it's like this. like this. Yeah. And most importantly, before you apply the paint, use the alcohol spray to clean up the surface and remove all of the wax, grease, debris, anything. And you might ask me, why do I have 2 spray bottles? That's because this one is a 91% alcohol. You do not want to use this 91% alcohol directly on your paint because it's going to eat the paint. But once you dilute it to 10 to 20%, it's actually safe to use on your paint. Actually, a lot of detailers use this kind of alcohol spray to clean up your car or window. So when you're diluting it, depending on the percentage of the original alcohol you get, I think you can get 3 different ones. One is 91% like I have, the other one is 70%, the other one is 50%. So let's say if you want to achieve 18% of overall alcohol percentage in your final spray bottle, you got to use 20% of this with 80% of the distilled water in your spray bottle, because 91% times 20%, that is 18.2%. So that gives you the final result. So to calculate the final percentage number, you just use the percentage number of your alcohol times the percentage of this in your spray bottle. So if you have 10% of this alcohol in this spray bottle, that'll be 91% times 10%, that'll be 9.1%. And if you have 20%, that'll be 18.2%. Anyways, that's it. Oh, you might need some microfiber towels. Also, get yourself some degreaser. I have Spray 9 over here. By the way, I'm not sponsored by them, but hey, Spray 9, if you're watching, hit your boy up. But I also have Simple Green and some engine degreaser out there. So I'm gonna use all of these to clean up the engine bay, get it ready for the paint. Let's get it. Brittle. Yeah, so be very careful with it. After all these years, they are gonna be very, very brittle and super easy to break them. Good thing I don't need them. Also, if you have a clip remover, feel free to use that because these are not the proper ways. It's just how I do it. Doesn't mean you should. Well, ow. It sounds weird, but there was so much friction between my leg hairs and my shorts. It created a lot of pain. Now, all of the prep work is done. All I need to do is wash it again and let it dry, because I, cut a lot of metal and buff a lot of stuff, things flying over all over the place. Anyways, I'm actually gonna wrap this video because I don't want this one video to be too long, But in the next video, I'm gonna show you guys how I mask it and how I paint it. So stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.